We have an unusual request. One of our subscribers asked, it would be nice if you could share your approach of how to create a color script like Pixar or DreamWorks. And this person added, I like how they use simple colors to bring out the life of a scene. Well, it doesn't really translate into painting, but it has a cousin. A color script is a plan that the producers of animated films use in order to create the light effects they want. So that's not my field, so I'm not going to try to explain that, but you can Google color scripts and you can find the process and you can investigate it further. So in painting, there's not really something that we can use to translate color script. Let me show you how it works. Here you can see I've got just three little layers of color scripts here that they made for Finding Nemo, and you can see here you have the orange effect, and in this group you have a blue effect, and in this group you have a magenta effect. Those were filters that were used over the scene to create the kind of light or the lighting effect they wanted in the film itself. Now, the thing that we have akin to that is the mother color. So here's sort of how that would work if you're thinking about filtering effects. Now, one good way to do painting is to do kind of a transposing of colors rather than a translating, and that's when we can bring that mother color into use. Let me show you just here briefly how that works. First of all, here is a scene from a farmer's market that is in local color. The color hasn't been changed, and I've sampled two pieces there. I've sampled a little piece right here in the red, and that's what this is. And then I sampled this green, and that's what this is. Now, to compare that, when we bring a blue filter on top of that, we might be able to look at that with a blue filter. We still know that it's red tomatoes and greener or foliage behind it or whatever those green things are. Anyway, yeah, some green veggies. Here is the same red that's behind sort of a blue filter. This same red here, you compare those two and you can see there's a difference. And then right here is where I sample from the green of the leaf. So this translates to this under a blue filter. Now, then if we put it under kind of a green filter, we see that the same red comes from right here, translates into this. This is almost a red-violet. And the same green translates into this. That's more of a blue-green. So you can see three different ways that those colors in this singular scene can be translated. Now, I'm going to use here just as a little bit of a teaser for you to show you how that might work. I'm going to use the same subject that I used in the Quick Tip 204, and that is the subject of these leaves. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to tape. Put this right here, and I'm going to. You see the gold and so on. Now I'm going to throw a blue filter over that. And watch what happens. You see the color change? Take it down, put it up. You see the color change? Color changes in there we go. The color changes in the photo and the color changes here. Now we can make that happen if we want to in our painting to transpose a color rather than to translate it. We can make that happen by simply physically adding that same color. Now the color of this filter that I use is a blue-green, or a blue that leans a little bit towards green. If you can look at the color I have on the palette here, it is more in the range of phthalo blue. So we could actually use this as a mother color and transpose this same leaf using that as a mother color, where we get the effect of a filter. Now let's see if we can make that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to come right below here. Let's make just a little bit of an indication here. So let's say right in here where the shadow part. If you watch the quick tip 204, you know that one was about using colors to create shadows. Well, we would have the same principle working here, except that it would be also including the mother color. So I'm just going to just do just a little bit here just to show you how you can play with that idea and make it work. All right, now in the shadow area we have this color. If we throw a blue filter over it, this is what we mean by using the mother color. We would go for this color, and then we add just a little bit of blue. You have to go really easy. If you're using a mother color, you're gradually changing all the colors to appear as if it's under that same color of light. So what we're saying here is that this is under a blue light or bluish light. I know that may not be realistic, but hang with me for just a little while. All right, so yes, it would change more to a color like this. This is the color that we would transpose that to if we were using if we were doing the same thing that they do in color scripts, and that is to experiment with color. Now what you might do is you might take a single subject like this leaf. You might do say maybe 6 different sketches of the same leaf. In the first one you would do just exactly what I did here, where you're making a translation of the color you're looking at. In the second one you might paint it as if it has a blue filter over it, like I'm doing here. This is not going to do the whole thing, just going to do just enough of it to show you. Now I have to go really watch what's happening with that phthalo blue, because it's such a strong color that I have to be sure that I don't get totally out of control with that. But we'll put just enough of this on here. I'm just kind of work with this sort of cartoony. Put just enough on that here to show you. Right, that's the color it would turn into. Let's see, where's my filter again? Now I'm going to put the filter just over the leaf itself. Can you see? Oh, here we go. Can you see that is pretty much the color we're looking at now in that shadow. All right, in the not in shadow area, it would also, so what happens is that the filter leans it more towards green, and the degree of filter that we have will determine to what degree we lean it towards green. And so then this portion, put just a little bit of blue, just enough blue in there to be consistent. This portion of where the light is actually shining on it then would be transposed, not translated, or transposed to be a little bit more like a yellow-green. Just enough on that to show you the difference. So this is the closest. This is the closest that a painter can come to creating a color script. So what if you wanted to create a color script and you didn't know which way you wanted the color to lean? What you might do is just do what I said, create some blocks here and translate the first one exactly as you see it. In the second one, use a mother color, use a primary color, or use a secondary color. And then in the third one, use another mother color. And then you might find within that, or from among these, you might find one that you sort of like. You think, I like that feeling of transforming the color from its local color to one that is influenced by a mother color, therefore making it look as if that whole thing is under a different color of light. And there's your quick tip. Hope you enjoyed this quick tip. If you have questions or a suggestion for a quick tip, leave us a comment right down here in the YouTube comment box. And take a trip over to DianneMize.com and look at all the things we have there for you, including full-length video tutorials. And while you're there, sign up for our newsletter so you'll always be informed of our latest adventures. And thanks for watching.